I'm Klloo. Been a little while since I've done an update. Been juggling a few things, so I haven't actually been able to do as much progress as I would like on my little command block project here. But we did get all 12 bosses done, so it's really exciting. I can continue to go through the last 9 of them that I haven't touched on just yet. And we're also nearing completion. So in terms of what's left to do, I still need to finish upgrading my villagers, just giving them a bit more. I don't know how to put it. Just giving them more activities to do, essentially, is what I want to make. There's a few more weapon upgrades I need to do, and then what else? There's this mob system. So this is just a mob multiplier, if I can get around to it. Perfect. So every 30 minutes, some elite mobs will spawn in the world. This one's 5 minutes, that one's done. Hence no shroom light or sign. So yeah, so villagers. Some weapon mechanics still, and the mob system. And then that's pretty much it, for at least the things I can think of off the top of my head. But anyway, we'll get into the bosses, and I will touch base on the actual progress of the map in a different video, probably. So first off, I've gone ahead and changed the way the bosses work. So previously, you had to name a certain entity. So for instance, summon a wolf boss, you had to go out, find a rabbit, and name it Wolfspate. I've decided to completely scrap that idea. I much prefer just a normal summon mechanic. So just like the Wither, either something you build, place, or interact with to actually get the boss to come forth. So, do I go over them? Nah. We'll move on. So, we've done our Wither skeleton, our wolf, and I think our slime boss. So that means next up should be this one, which is, if I can read through all this. Alright, it is a Iron Golem and Wandering Trader. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the randomizer for this system. So the way all the bosses work is this monstrosity acts as a randomizer that generates 4 different outputs and controls what ability the boss uses. We'll turn it off and I will just trigger them manually for the most part, so we can go through them one by one. Okay, so the spawn mechanism for this boss is a Wandering Trader. So normally one would spawn with 2 llamas, right? At that egg, so like this. And nothing would happen. You could trade with him, and then at the end of the day, he'd disappear. So instead, if you're cruel enough to kill him, any moment now? Is this thing on? Is it because there's 2 llamas? I might have changed it. Let's try. Say goodbye to you. Hello? I know what this means. Where are you? Slash kill at E. Type equals Wandering Trader. Knew it. There was one lurking around. Crap. Do you see a Iron Golem somewhere? So wherever the Wandering Trader was where the boss spawned. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, you should be obvious. The giant iron monstrosity. I can't see him. He's hiding somewhere. Oh, no, they're villagers. Never mind. Alright. Fair enough. You duped me on this one, wherever you are. Just so he doesn't spawn again right away, let's get rid of this guy. Okay, and then we'll get rid of the Wandering Trader, so that's the boss dead. We'll get rid of the Iron Golem. Cool. Let's try this again. So, you find a Wandering Trader, there's 2 llamas, you go ahead and kill this guy. One of them should owl, and you kill a llama. There's just 1 llama left. Don't tell me there's another Wandering Trader again. Or, because the llama is still alive. What are they called? Trader llama. Okay, third time's a charm. I'm just going to spawn the trader llama. So if there's ever a trader llama by himself, there we go. The boss will spawn. So it says, you try to trick me. The idea being that this is his lost llama. He's also insane, hence the name. Anyway, let's go over the abilities, since they're the fun stuff. So, usually, he'd pick from 1 of 4 different abilities, as well as just the general Iron Golem and Wanderer abilities. Seems the owner hit something, so we found some emeralds on him. Iron Body, the Golem becomes invincible for a short time. Oh, and we got free hands. You get some, he gets some, everyone gets some. So instant damage would be along with that. I'm in creative, so he can't hurt me. But anyway, we're getting off topic. So, the way the timer system would normally work is at all timer boss. So every 8 seconds, I think it is, this timer boss is going to be set to either 1, 2, 3, or 4. If I manually set it, he will still use his ability. So I used Manic Free Trial. Some good, some bad. So a bunch of different effects on the ground. It would spawn one at each entity, because there's only the 3 of us. They're all clustered together, and as you can see, they give me a whole bunch of different stats effects. Both good and bad. Hence, the flavor text. What's on number 2? Fire Sale. That one's pretty clear. I would hope. Get it while it's hot. And on 3, Masterful Repair. So you can hear the little tink sound. If I damage the Iron Golem, we could show this off properly. So the health bar, Masterful Repair, back to full health. The idea being, you want to deal with the trader before the Iron Golem. He will protect one another, and he just used a passive. Sworn Protector. Inga protects himself and his master. So it's just a bit of resistance, I believe. Not that it's showed. And 4. Deal of Lifetime. I hope he's not so aggressive, because for this one I need to swap over to Survival, otherwise you can't really see. Okay. Set block. Cactus. Oh, I need to... Where I'm looking. Where? Cactus. Of course, it's not sand. This will do, though. So, how did I die? If you can see, I'm down to 5 hearts. So I'm going to die again, I'm not quick enough. The Wandering Trader has essentially siphoned half... goddammit. Type, then talk. The Wandering Trader has siphoned away half my HP, hence, Deal of a Lifetime. So, no matter what your HP is at, he cuts it in half, which is really scary. It's kind of to get around the fact that it's not a damage-heavy boss. Obviously, the Iron Golem can be a bit scary, but you can obviously keep him at bay. The usual tactics for an Iron Golem. Okay, the other important thing. We go ahead and we deal with the Wandering Trader first. I should also mention, the health effect is on a timer. So eventually it will clear. Let's see, what is the timer? Oh, it's whenever this is triggered again. So if he's dead and he tries to trigger it again, or he gives the effect to someone else, because it's just at random. Granted, if you're playing a single player, you're going to have a hard time. I probably have to reduce the amount he reduces your HP. But anyway, we go ahead and we get rid of him. He's protected. No, we are doing enough damage. Come on. So, the Iron Golem triggers Broken Promise. Inga malfunctions full... I can't talk. Inga malfunctions, failing to protect his master. That's a bit better. So you can see he's all angry and upset. And he's also a bit tougher, so he takes a bit less damage. But now he has the abilities. So if we go through the timers again, we get Heavy Blow, Inga Smash, which is just a massive damage to any player nearby. I need to check it. I need to still balance a lot of the damage. 2, Overheat. He actually gets slowness, so this is your chance to run away. You can't really move. In contrary to that, though, he has Overdrive. So the opposite, he gets speed and can chase after you. And lucky last, what does he have? Recreate. So, Lonely Inga has learned to create his kin, and he goes ahead and makes another Iron Golem. And of course, I doubt he will drop anything straight away. Pretty happy with the health, given how much you can sort of amp your weapons in my little command block creation. Should probably just show that off to make it simple. It also helps kill. So not only can you put enchants like sharpness, go ahead and throw a netherite item onto polished, polished deep slate. Along with a trident, finger sound, trident goes away, and we get a netherite sword with 15% extra attack, and it's also 9 base damage instead of 8. It's also -1 speed. It might be a bit confusing to you. Essentially, it's quicker, despite being in the negative or red. For whatever reason, this is technically, it's like minus, I want to say -2.4. I think it's out of 4. And it's confusing to go over. We can swing quicker and we do more damage. That's the main thing. So we can go ahead and chop him up a little bit quicker. Be a lot better if we had sharpness and everything. But he is a mid-tier boss. Oh, and he did drop a few things for us. So he gave us a healthy emerald and a well-fed emerald. So, I need to fix that up because we're taking a bit of damage. If I go over to survival, we have extra HP, except it is not overlapping like it should be. So essentially, the health boost should not be leaving us. Best way to say it. It shouldn't run out before it resets. Granted, I now need to find whichever one it is. Conduit Power, Dolphin's Grace, Haste, Weakness. It's going to be near the top. I bet you it's going to be near the top after all this. Also, don't mess up any of them. It also means I should probably increase all the timers. Yeah, health boost. So if we change it to like 5 seconds, it won't run out anymore. It should reset before. Yep. So back into survival. We got max HP. Ooh, interesting. I did not realize it clears. So even though it's staying on us, because it's resetting, the HP goes away. That's quite curious. What if we... Sorry to get off topic. I haven't actually played around with a lot of the features yet. Sort of building, then testing. Effects give at all instant health. I don't know. 10, that'll do. So if we're at full HP and it runs out, we do reset. Which is also very interesting, because I'm pretty sure... I know in the inverse, if you have more HP than your maximum, you keep it, which is weird. So I do have to rethink this then, this healthy buff. Instead of health boost, I will probably just do absorption, so it acts as a permanent shield. Game mode, that's what I'm looking for. Which one was it? Saturation, luck, villager, withering, no, health boost. So instead of health boost, we will do absorption. That should still be decent enough for 5 seconds. Oh, I can change it back to 3. Ooh, how many hearts do we do? I think that's 10. Granted, this might be a bit overpowered. Yeah, that's too much. Because essentially, the way absorption works, if it refreshes like this, we constantly take 10 less damage. So if we were to take 11, we'd only take 1. If we were to take 9, we could never be damaged. With the way in which it's resetting. So we do want to decrease it. If 5 is 10, that means each one is 2 hearts. Good to know. So if we just do 2 hearts, so it's like a permanent minus 2 damage. Okay, that should be fine. And then the other one we've got is well fed, which you can see it flash, we get saturation. So as long as you have these emeralds, you get a passive buff. They don't have to be equipped or anything, they just have to be in your inventory. We get rid of them. Our effects will run out. No absorption, no saturation. So it's a pretty decent drop. The reason at least in my mentality for balancing, this guy's going to be hard to summon, because you obviously have to find a wandering trader or have one spawn, then you have to get rid of them, and then of course you have to beat the boss before he despawns. So, I thought it's a decent item to tie to him. Plus, you can be clumsy and use the emeralds, turn them into blocks. Anyway, that's the Iron Golem and Wandering Trader boss. You can go away too. 1 down. 8 to go. Hope you enjoyed.